I have taken a look at a lot of portable podcast stations on the channel lately, but what if you're someone who's not looking to host a podcast with multiple people or stream to lots of different devices? What if you just want to up your audio quality for your own purposes, for a Zoom call, to do your own maybe spoken word content or record a YouTube video like this? You don't need to buy a giant podcast station. And so I try from time to time to review standalone USB microphones that I think are going to be good. And this is one that was sent to me by the company FDUCE, I think is how you say that. This is their SL168. And it's a standalone plug and play USB microphone. Since COVID has started, we've taken a look at a lot of these. In this one in particular, we're gonna unbox it today. I'm gonna show you everything that comes inside the packaging, set it up for you live on camera so you can see how easy it is, and then we'll do a sound test and see if it's any better over this little lapel mic or the computer's built-in microphone. Now, if you're new here, thank you for joining me. My name is Jordan. This is the Phase Reviews YouTube channel. If you're a subscriber, welcome back as always. Now, we're gonna take a look at this in just a moment, but if you're not yet a subscriber, please consider hitting that button, ring the notification bell, and leave a comment if you've used this microphone or there's one that you want to see me review in the future. But enough about that. Let's dive into taking a look at this FDUCE SL168. So first things first, let's start with the packaging like we usually do on this channel. It looks professional, it looks nice, full color, a little explanation of the features and the layout of this guy, some of the tech specs on the side, and comes to me very well protected. Let me read a little bit here. 5 volt, 200 milliamp power supply, unidirectional microphone, so only in one direction, not the entire room. 30 hertz to 20 kilohertz frequency response, negative 34 dB sensitivity, and can support a max sound pressure level of 103 with a signal to noise ratio of 78. You may not care about those specs, but for those of you that do, I wanted to get it out there. Inside the box, we're gonna see it, but it does say it includes the microphone, a desktop stand, a pop filter, a USB Type-C cable, a boom arm screw adapter if you decide to buy a separate mount, and the user manual. Okay, so enough chat, let's take a look at the box itself. So once we open up the top here, we've got a piece of foam on top, and underneath that, the microphone comes pretty well packaged inside. I mean, this is like an excess amount of foam. You're not gonna have any issues with this getting damaged in transit. Now on top, we have the pop filter is the first thing to come out. For those of you that don't own a microphone already, that's to reduce the plosives, which are the like the P sounds that you make when you speak. And this is a pretty interesting design. It's got this really nice mesh, it's plastic, I think, but nice mesh grill with their logo on it. It wraps around. It's got these bungees here to serve as kind of like a shock mount, and nice quality, compact. So that's the pop filter. Underneath that is the microphone, and this reminds me, I've reviewed some microphones like this that come pre-mounted to the stand. And this is a very compact microphone. It's got foam on the bottom to keep it from sliding around on your desk. It is a plastic stand. This is a more budget microphone, so bear that in mind. Maybe not as durable for on-the-road use. You can tighten these knobs to adjust the angle and keep it there. On the front, we've got the logo, the mute switch with a little power LED indicator underneath, so you can, if you want to cough or talk to someone off mic, you can just click that and mute the microphone and then unmute it. And then on the other side, we've got two knobs. One is going to be for the gain or the volume of the microphone, and the other for the volume of the headphone. So if you want to monitor how the microphone sounds in your ears to make sure you're not clipping or anything, overdriving the microphone, you can use the headphone output, which is on the bottom right there. There's also a little screw mount. That's if you want to mount this on a different system like a boom arm, you can screw it into right there. I think that's a pretty standard size. And then the Type-C USB connection. And that's all there really is to the microphone itself. So for the pop filter, I actually have not attached this yet, but I'm guessing these rubbers are just gonna kind of go, or these elastics are just gonna kind of go, maybe not. Let's see, best method for attaching this. We may have to read the manual, so stand by. We'll look at that in just a second. Manual right here. It looks like it's kind of like more one of these fold out instruction guides. Let's see if it tells us how to put this, gently cover the pop filter on the microphone and determine the appropriate angle. So it doesn't really say, but it looks like you just slide it on the top there. So there's not really any instructions, so we're just gonna kind of go for it here. The FDUCE from the picture right here, it looks like the FDUCE logo is the front towards your mouth. So we're gonna just, we're gonna tighten that so it doesn't tip over. There we go, tighten those down, good. Okay, that's nice and solid. And then we're just gonna kind of stretch these cables. I think that's just how you do it. I hope I don't scratch up my grill here, because that's kind of what I feel like is happening. Okay, all right, maybe I'm just being too brutal with it. Okay. Well, it's a very simple solution, but it works. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess. All right. Okay, so then adjust the angle. You know, I think you just want to point it up at your mic, your mouth, and it says the best speaking distance is 5.9, so 6 inches. So I'm kind of a little far from it, but we're just going to go with this. Maybe 10 inches is where I'm at right now. And then the last thing in here, I think this is the last thing. Oh, at the very bottom of this little, I don't know how the heck you're supposed to get that out. At the very bottom of this little hole is the boom arm adapter, which maybe if we like bang this on the table, it will come out. Maybe. I don't know. That thing's in there. You may have to like touch your phone. There it is. All right, so that's the adapter that screws into the bottom of the mic if you want to mount this on a boom arm. That was unnecessarily hard to get out. Okay, and then microphone cable right here. Thank heavens it's USB-C. Love to see that. USB-C to standard USB. So I'm going to set this up for the first time right now in front of you, just to show how easy these plug-and-play mics are. So we're going to set all the accessories off to the side here. I'm going to unwrap this USB cable. This is not very thick or anything. I wouldn't say it's the best cable ever, but it does have a lot of good length there. That's probably 6 feet, yeah, 6 and some change maybe. 2 meters. All right, so plug it into the USB cable on the bottom, and then we're gonna plug it into our computer. And the nice thing about these plug and play mics is it should initialize, yeah, there we go, setting up a device. So it's setting up the drivers right now automatically. The little LED on the front has illuminated. Let's see if I click my mute button, it changes color. There you go. Okay, so we're live. And it probably is already done doing the driver. So I'm going to open up Audacity, which is just a free audio recording software. And once that loads up, it should appear as an option. And if you're streaming on Facebook, on YouTube, anything like that, this should, once you plug it in and it downloads drivers, it should just appear as a device. And it already is. So in Audacity, it says FDUCE SL168. I'm going to hit record on here, and let's just see the level. I'm not getting anything, so let's turn this volume knob up. Check, check, check. All right, there's a signal. Check 1, 2, testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2, check 1, 2. I'm kind of going all the way. Okay, so I've got the volume knob all the way up, and it's a moderately weak signal, so you can kind of up the gain in the software, but I have to have this turned all the way up. So keep that in mind. I'm not going to adjust it. I'll amplify it if I need to in post. So let me switch the audio over to this in 3, 2, 1. All right, and now you're hearing the audio from my voice straight into the FDUCE microphone, recorded in Audacity, and then I'm laying it over the top. So this is how the microphone sounds. It's got this pop filter, so I don't know how well that's deleting those plosives. We'll find out in a moment. This is a little farther than 6 inches, I feel like. So if I get up close, this is what the microphone sounds like up close, and then this is kind of more back at a comfortable sitting at a table distance. Just to kind of do the off-axis response, I'll kind of talk over here off to the side so you can hear that. And then maybe on the other side over here as well, and then make some noise behind it to see if it rejects that snapping. So I'll hear that in post and we'll see how it sounds. But this is the audio quality. And if I kind of tap on the table, this kind of gives you an idea if audio comes through the stand. This plastic stand probably transmits a fair bit of audio. The microphone itself's not in the shock mount. And then if I type on like a keyboard over here, like, I don't know. We'll see how much of that audio comes through. It doesn't look like there's much signal on here. Maybe that's just because the gain's not that high. But so this is the FDUCE. This is how it sounds. Do you like it? Do you think it's an upgrade over what you're currently using? You know, for most people, the stock microphone in the computer or on your headphones is not that great, and something like this could be a good option. And this is probably one of the most affordable ones you can get. And so if you want to grab one for yourself, I'll include a link down in the description. You can buy through there and support the channel. I would of course love you for it. If this one's not for you, I got plenty of other microphone reviews on the channel, so make sure to check them out. If you're not already a subscriber, consider becoming one. It helps the channel grow. I would really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.